Hello, welcome to Tamahalo, and welcome to day 21 in our spooky season series. As you can see, the devil has evolved, and the character's name for this one is Devilgotchi. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's my best guess. And this one evolves from Devilgotchi with a high DP. So maintaining that high DP did in fact give us a new character. It did give us a character I had kind of forgotten existed and was surprised to see. But I do think it's very fun. I think the animations for this one are very lively, and I'm just happy I got something different so I could show you guys more. I think I might keep running this even after Halloween, we'll see. But now the true test is, how long can I keep it alive? Our next update is on the Smart. I got our last character married off, Wawa Fortune, and now I have a little girl, so I'm gonna give her some dinner because I'm guessing she's a little hungry. I don't think I've fed her for a couple hours, and then I will have her go to the park, see if we can catch a different scene for you guys. And let's see which scene. Oh, okay, well, you guys have seen this. This is honestly the first time this has come up since I filmed it, so it's pretty funny to me. I hope we do okay because I was not anticipating this. Oh, okay, it's not too bad. Oh, it's perfect. Wow. Okay. So me being startled was not a big deal. We're going to take a peep at the one Uni that is still has some battery charge. And she's pretty unhappy, which isn't surprising because I really have not been playing with the device. So I'll take her into the Tamaverse for a hit of some happiness. And I actually hear in the background one of the witches calling, so we'll go ahead and move on to doing those updates. So it's actually the Aquary who is calling. This is their new form. Kind of looks like a duck wearing a witch hat. So this particular form is called the Saint, and that is where, at least on this device and on the Earthlin, they have mastered the element of what's considered to be their best friend. So I think I have seen this form before, but I haven't gone back and checked to see if that's the case. Now here we have the Earthlin, and I am pretty sure I did not get this character last time. This looks to me like a bit of a Coochie Pachi wizard, which I think is pretty cute. I gotta update my log real quick since I just cleaned him up. So something I've been doing this run is keeping a log on the characters and some of like the care that I'm doing for them to see if I can get a better understanding of how care influences their evolutions. But I am pretty happy with this one's form. I'll go ahead and take us into the stats now that I've updated that. We're at 22 pounds, pretty hungry, not super happy, and they are the Saint as well. So they have pretty much twinned with the Aquary. We'll take a look at the Eneruge now. I was actually happy to get this form again, even though we have seen it before. This form is called the Demon. That's the counterpart to the Saint, essentially. And his stats are doing pretty okay, so we'll scoot him over. The Baluluna is in her same form that we saw yesterday, and our next step is going to be to do some connections. First off, now that they're both adults, I'm pretty sure that they don't necessarily do the greeting connections anymore, if I remember correctly. Nope, they're just doing curses. Okay, so we've got the cutlery curse on the Baluluna, which is what happened to our Aquary before, and they're going to be just eating and eating and eating until they are completely overweight, which is going to take a while because their weight should have been at 1 pound. So we'll just let that go since I can't really interrupt the device right now. We'll work on doing the Eneruge's connections. So let's see what happens with these two. We're gonna connect the enemies next. And they're just mad. Okay, so I was mistaken. We are not yet at a stage where they don't do just a kind of greeting. How are you doing, Baluluna? Still going. Still not done. Now you two. Okay. You gonna be friends? Nope. Poop curse, jar curse. Oh. And both of them were successful. So I'll be collecting a lot of poop on the Earthlin, and I'll be having to figure out how to get the Eneruge out of their jar. So I'll scoot the Earthlin over here. Let's go ahead and problem solve and see if the Eneruge has any cures on hand that will get them out of the jar. They don't. But I did want to note that they have this card here, which the notes online call the clover card. I believe that it's technically a club, right? Anyway, I had them use that cure on the Earthlin, and I think that that cured the fact that the Earthlin was constantly hungry. But we'll see if perhaps the Earthlin has the necessary cure, and if they have the will to help, considering they are busy pooping their brains out thanks to their so-called friend. Do you have the ability to break your friend out? You do. Let's try it out. I'm seeing a lot more of the jar curse this time, which I find very interesting. Oh, he's refusing to do it. Yeah, well, think again, friend. Because he's got to get out of there. Refusing to do it again. Perhaps he can't do it? Because he's not feeling well? You're not doing that poorly. But we will check your cures to see if you've got anything that might help yourself. Because you've got a bad stomach. This can help a stomach. Okay, might have helped. Nope, didn't help. So I believe that for this particular curse, the crow feather might be helpful. So we will see if I perhaps have the crow feather on the Eneruge. I do. Let's see if he'll do a cure. No. They both said no. Interesting. So he can cast, so it has nothing to do with the fact that he's in the jar. Let's try and get him out of the jar, though, because I know that I believe that one will give me a timer if I leave him in it for too long. And the timer is the death timer, where the character is going to die within that time frame if you don't find a way to make it go away. Okay, so I can't do that. I'm not sure what's going on there as to why that is. So what we will do next is check in on the Baluluna. And here she is, and we will clean her up, and we will see if she perhaps will help to cure the Eneruge, but first we will cure her. Actually, that would be a fool's errand, wouldn't it? Because he might just curse her with the same curse again. So instead, let's go ahead and see if she has the axe cure on hand. She doesn't, and I really don't think that the chances of me getting the Aquary to use the cure are good, but I guess we can try, since the Earthlin has been refusing. Do you have the axe? Yes, you do. Okay. Perhaps you will save the poor sad Eneruge. That is very interesting. I know that the axe is what we've used before to break them out, and I know that that's supposed to work, so why are they refusing to cast it? Let's check on this guy's stats really quick. Okay, so they're doing okay, except for the fact that they are in a jar. I guess we can take a second to enjoy the animations of them being in the jar. Let's see here. What do you've got that might help? Try this again. Okay, so she's willing to cast it, and he's happy, but I'm betting it didn't work. We'll give it a second to see. Perhaps it did work. Okay, let's see here. We will go ahead and connect everybody else. You guys gonna go curse? Oh, that was nice. Okay, you two. Oh, okay. What I had posited earlier was that because of their age, they wouldn't really do greetings anymore. It doesn't have to do with their age, it has to do with what elements they've already mastered. So these two have mastered each other's element already, and I'll show that one more time. They're essentially not doing any kind of interaction, form of greeting. Nothing really happens. It's neutral. But if we go over here and we do the same greeting between these two, or the same action between these two, they actually greet each other. Now, something I find very interesting, and I'm actually quite curious about, is why do they get along now? The Earthlin and the Baluluna are supposed to be enemies. Now they are acknowledging each other in a positive manner, which is just interesting. So is that because the Earthlin has mastered the Aquary element, and now that makes them more friendly to the Baluluna? There are complexities to these devices that I don't fully comprehend, and that makes me really happy. That actually makes playing with these devices over and over really fulfilling, because I'm constantly learning. Well, if you've been enjoying today's video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing for more content like this, and we'll see tomorrow if I have managed to get our Eneruge out of its jar.